How do I, how do I change the, how do I change this thing, man? That's all right. That's all right. Let me get you guys in a little cradle here. Get you in the cradle. The dreidel cradle. I guess no thumbnail. Didn't give me an option to do a thumbnail. Whatever. All right, there we go. Now we got you. Now we got you orientated. Let me put my gloves back on. Let me put my gloves back on. And we can go for a ride. What's up, Casey? Give me a second here. I'm at a tree. I'm at a tree. Yeah. There we go. Let's go back for our walk. I was hiding underneath the tree because there wasn't any snow falling underneath that tree. But there's a ton of snow falling all over me. What's up, creepers and Keekers? Chris, the retro creep. And this is what I do during a storm. A lot of you complain about having to go out in this shit. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not excited to clean it up, but I love it. I absolutely love it. We'll go down this road. You guys might get a special treat. You might watch me wipe out. Last time I walked down here, I made a video for my other channel, and they didn't clean it up very well. Let's see. Looks cold. Yeah. Damn, I didn't bring my glasses. I'm not going to be able to see the chat very well. What I want to do is I want to flip it this way. I can't remember how to do that. But that's all right. But whenever we get a good storm, a lot of times, no joke, I'll just come down here. I'll come down here. Let me flip the screen so you can see what I'm looking at. Oh, can I do that with my gloves? No. No. Oh, that's right. You're a California kid. This is where I'm at. I know it sounds morbid, but it's quiet and there's a nice... So this cemetery and a cemetery behind it, which is for the adjacent town, in between is a trail, a woods trail. But last time I was here, ice all over the place. And I wiped out a few times. In fact, I'll put my glove back on. Hold on. If you go to the creepy crawl and look up, I think it's like part 2 to the new year or something like that. I don't know. It was me talking about the reptile hides business. And I ate shit. And I left it in. But yeah, no, we're looking to get almost 2 feet of snow. I mean, that's a lot of snow. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of snow. But we lived through the blizzard of '78. We won't shut up about that fucking thing. And we live in New England, where it'll be 70 degrees one day and snow the next day. That actually happened to me when I moved. Hey, what's going on? I didn't bring my glasses. Violation. Thanks for popping in, man. We're going for a wintry walk. Ooh, squirrels are squirreling. Ooh, one thought about coming over here, then he said, no, that fat dude looks hungry. But, yeah, it's just snow. Again, I'm going to complain when I'm out there cleaning it up either later tonight and tomorrow, because we're supposed to get a ton of snow all day and then into tomorrow. So I'll probably shovel once after the football game, you know, after the Pats destroy Denver. And creeping and frosty, absolutely, my man. Little thing you guys don't know about me is I'm a low-key nature guy. I don't feel alive unless I'm surrounded by trees or a body of water. You know, it's funny, I'll post pictures of a little single room cabin in the middle of fucking nowhere and be like, you know what, that's all I need. That's all I need. And I'll get a bunch of Kevorkian comments. Look at this. Tell me this isn't beautiful. Hold on. Let me get over there. Let me get over there. Where is it? Where is it? Fucking right there. Where is it? There it is. The Irish eyes are smiling. Although this is, Melrose is actually more of a Scottish town than it is an Irish town. Scottish and Jewish. I believe the word Melrose. Ooh, there we go. Slip number 1. Someone take count. Someone take count. Violation with the... Hold on, I can't see what that was. Is that memberships? 10 memberships? Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Oh my God, this is wicked slippery over here. You know what? I'm going to walk in the grass. I'm sorry whoever's buried here. You might be stepping on your toesies. But I like being out in the woods. I like being out in nature. And a lot of people would see this snow falling from the sky knowing there's going to be about 2 feet of it and be like, I'm good. I ain't going out there. Not my dumb ass. The first thing I thought of was, let me finish this coffee and then go for a walk. I was originally going to go downtown Melrose and film at a place called El Pond. Do it be what? Do it be... Fuck, I should have brought my glasses. I am so sorry. I don't know. I can't read that. I apologize. But thank you for the comment. Oh, number 2. Oh, I gotta lock this down so you guys don't spin on me. Oh, Jesus. Oh! All right, back on the grass. Back on the grass. Oh, my God. But I could live out here. In fact, I'm going to walk between these 2 monuments. Maybe I'll show you around, show you a couple of the mausoleums and such. But I'm going to assume that was violation of detainment. Thank you, my friends. I genuinely appreciate it. Guys, I'm almost ready to start launching my little business here. I've been networking. Oh, jeez. That was literally nice. That wasn't just like a little slippery spot. Oh, my God. I forgot to bring my skates. And by my skates, I mean I don't own a pair. I don't own a pair. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Can you picture a goth chick just chilling out on that? Fishnets and a fake pleather skirt. All black, of course. Or, you know what? Return of the Living Dead. Return of the Living Dead. What's her name? Oh, she's getting naked again. Renee Quigley, is that what her name was? The actress? Wow, it's starting to really come down now. I'm gonna take some shelter here because this is I gotta tighten a few things up. But let me get underneath this tree to where I was trying to get to anyway. But yeah, I was originally gonna go downtown. This area called El Pond, which you guys have been to a few times. But I said, nah, we'll just go down the street. We'll just go down the street. All right. There's another flat monument over here. I'll put my gloves down and fix all this and see if I can't. Ow, I just got poked in the eyeball by a tree. What'd I fucking do to you, tree? Besides respect your existence, I'm saving one of your kind in my home. That's true. That's true. All right, let me put you down here real quick. I found a tree growing out of the base of our garage. So I cut it out. Here, I'm gonna set the tripod up. And potted it and brought it in the house. All right, there we go. Let me tighten this up. I really wish I brought my glasses. I am so sorry with all the comments. Tree can be jerks, yeah, but you know what? It's not their fault. It's not their fault. You know, they were around. Need caps. Take it steady, bro. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I was built for this. And by this, I mean staying home. Thanks for the gift violation. Yeah, gift violation. Thank you again for coming through with that. Yeah, see, this is where I am right now. We've done some video here throughout the years. I mean, fuck, I've been on this platform for what, 12 years now? I've been using YouTube as a way to fucking show off my ugly mug and talk about the things that I'm passionate about and argue with some of you fucking folks for about it. And you know, this, that, and the other. But it's just so peaceful here. Come to think of it, I don't know if we're going to go on the trail. I don't know if we're going to go on the trail. Here, let me show you. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If you go over here, if you walk through Witch's Woods past the hanging tree, then down Dead Man's Lane, there's a little wooden footbridge past Creepy Hollow. You'll come to an ancient graveyard. If you guys could tell me what that narration is from. All right, see this sign here? It says no dumping. I found a rad set of Kragers. Vintage Kragers in decent shape right here with fucking rubber on it. And I kept telling myself to grab them. And I never did. But this is like a woods trail that goes between two cemeteries. And the reason I'm saying that I think I'm gonna pass today is because of the hill. I still have a bad hip. It is still cold and my hip is killing me. But that's another reason why I'm going for walks lately. I'm trying to do it at least once a day. Kind of like I do with the streaming. Oh, look at this. Dog feces must be picked up by the person with dog. Not the dog, but with dog. What if I'm with dog, but my dog didn't create the feces? Does that mean I have to? Does that mean I have to pick up the feces? The feces from the species of animal called dog? I don't know. All right, let me put my glove back on. Let me put my glove back on. I'm gonna perch you again. I'm gonna perch you. My fingies are getting a little chilly here. All right. And I'll do my best to get to the chat. I wish I brought my glasses. I am so sorry. I am so fucking sorry. I know the whole reason to do this is to chat with you guys. All right, now everything's locked. Everything's good. We'll go back to where we were. There's another place right over here called Pine Banks Park, which is very interesting. It's got a lot of history. When I was a kid, you could go there and pet animals and stuff. Santa Claus came by once in a while. There was an RC car track there for a little while. My buddies were really into that. Oh, my fucking hand's cold. Even with the glove on now, I'm putting it in my pocket. My freshly sewn pocket from one of the kids. Thank you, Lily. I genuinely appreciate that work that you did. DJC's in the house. Oh, man. I didn't see you come and walk. Is that a cemetery? It is. It's right down the street from my house. It's a quiet place. There's a woods trail behind it. I was just talking about. We will not be doing that. That was my original intent, was to go into the woods and walk around, but I forgot how hilly it was. And honestly, I'm just wearing my sneakers. And they are slip resistant, but I don't know. What's up, Uncon? What's going on? Oh, I didn't mean to rhyme there. All right, let's stop being a pussy. Get back into it and go for a walk. But I asked one of the kids, "Do you wanna go for the walk?" Oh, I'm starting to drip now. You know it's cold when you're dripping. And you know what sucks about kids growing up and becoming teenagers? We have a live stream on Facebook from years ago. We got another big storm like this. It was a couple feet on the ground. And when it was winding down, one of the girls and I walked down to Mobile, which, again, not a very far walk. She was little. She was all bundled up in her snowsuit and had a great time with it. And I said to her, I'm like, "Hey, let's go for a walk. It's going to be magical and beautiful." And she looked at me and she was like, "Fuck no." Not a chance in hell, old man. You go out there. You be cold. You'll be jamming. But I just said I didn't want to go in the woods because of a hill. I just went up a hill. Oh, that's stupid. Oh, man, I'll show you why. I'll show you why. Let's take the glove off again. I don't know if you can see, but that's a whole lot of down. That's a whole lot of down. That's where we were earlier, in between those two trees. In between those two trees. The one on the right, furthest away from us, that's a fucker who got me. Be quiet. Don't wake the dead. Actually, that's a good idea. Don't slip or fall, although it would be hilarious. All right, I'm putting my glove back on. Hold on. Enjoy the dead. Oh, why did I put my glove on? I need to flip the fucking camera. I need to flip the camera. You guys don't want to see that morbid shit, do you? All right, hold on. Put my glove back on. Oh, my hands are so wide. So, when it comes to feet and hands, I have to buy stuff that's a little off size. Like, I have to buy 13 size shoes. My feet aren't long enough for 13s, but it's because of how wide my feet are. I can't get them in. And when I had to buy work boots, forget about it. I got to get the kind that zips all the way up the side. Thank God for that technology. Because I can't get my feet in any boots, whether they fit normal or not. My feet and my hands. Like, gloves always have this, like, little, you see that zigzag pattern there? I have to cut those because I can't get my fucking wide hands into it. Let me get down here. I'm walking into the storm now. Well, I couldn't see before. I can't see now. Oh, have a seance. I'll bring the candles. Nah, you know what? I'm going to let sleeping dogs lie. That's not what we're here for. We're not here for morbid shit. I'm just here to go for a walk, and I figured, what the hell? What a fun way to spend the afternoon than to hang out with you rat fucks. You know what? DPW is down there right now. The Department of Public Works. I should be like, what the fuck? I've fallen like 3 times. I just want to find my grandpa. No one I know. None of my family are in here. I got a few friends in here, but no family. My family's more of a Wakefield kind of crew. That town where that lake is when we do the Alzheimer's walk. Past game at 3. I know what time the game's at. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. See, that's the missus. Pretending like I'm a man and I don't know things. Bunny tracks. I'm surprised I haven't seen any bunnies in here. I saw a few on my way. Let's see. Camaro, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for coming in. I know you can't see it, but I'm wearing a scarf. It's the first scarf I can ever remember ever using. I'm sure as a kid I've had scarves, and maybe my mom tried to put them on. But I remember the first time I was putting the scarf on after I got this for Christmas last year, not this past previous one, but the one before that. Maybe even the one before that. Either way, it hangs up on my little shelf there where all my work stuff is. And I wear it now because I'm an old man. I don't remember wearing scarves. I don't remember ever giving a shit. I have to be perfectly honest with you. What's up? Happy New Year. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. I apologize. I still can't see the chat very well. Again, I should have brought my glasses. I apologize. Getting ready to plow some snow. Just wanted to say hi to Creeper and the chat. Stay safe, warm, everybody. I will. Thank you. You be careful out there too if you're driving a rig, dragging around this fucking powder everywhere. God bless you guys. You know the hours that you put in. Crazy. You know what? When I was a kid, I used to get in a lot of trouble. Go figure. And let me adjust this. There we go. Yeah, there you go. And one of the things that the middle school, it wasn't a middle school when I was there, but it is now. It was the junior high. They set up this thing for me and a buddy of mine, this kid Steve Ashworth. God rest his soul too. He died. He died suddenly of a heart attack. Like 20 years ago. But even as a kid, you could tell he wasn't very healthy. Good dude though. Really good dude. Miss him. We got this job. If you look at from the sky view, a place called the Melrose Wakefield Hospital. We had a job where we would shovel the perimeter, and it didn't matter what time of day it was. They would just call you at like 2 in the morning. All right, let's go. And you'd be there until the snow stopped. So I can kind of sympathize with that. And you know what the best part about it was? If there wasn't a snow day at school, we still stayed there and worked and got credit so long as we could prove that we were there. 8th grade. Oh man. Very exotic environment for my dusty eyes. Oh yeah, that's true. You're down in Australia, man. Oh, hey. Yeah, DJC talking to the old lady. Let's see. Have people tried to buy the Amigo test unit from you? I have had a few emails, not recently, and they're not often, but I have had people reach out. Let's see if I can recall. It's like 5 or 6 people throughout the year. A couple of years I've had it. One looked like it was some kind of a company. And I didn't respond to any of them. I didn't respond. I think I responded to like the first one. With this big long, no, trying to be, the good guy. It wouldn't be ethical and all that shit. And I never heard back. And then I got 2 from, I guess they're just individuals. I didn't recognize their names, but they could be, ooh, look at this. It's like a COVID plant. There you go, that's my thumbnail. Hey, look at this. Look at this. Hold on. And I have had, and I promise I would never say who they were, but I have had at least one YouTube individual reach out a few times and ask. Balls! I got balls and stick. Oh no. Am I gonna slip here? Oh, I think someone's walking their puppy. I hear a little barky. A little barky McBarkison. They have from me. I said nope. Yeah, I wouldn't either. I would like to grab a couple extra controllers if there are any laying around. Don't get me wrong, the phones are fine. They work just fine. But it's not the same. It's not the same as the OG controller. Am I right, Chuck? Am I right? What the fuck is... Oh, I'm way off. I'm going to bring you a couple of the little crypts, the little mausoleums. We're not going to go inside. You guys might actually go inside one of them. But I won't be able to physically... Well, I could go into it, but... Not going to. I am not going to. Let's see. We say you should host an Amico picture party where people could go. You know what? There is a retro gaming meetup that happens at a library here in Massachusetts, a little bit south of me. I think this month was actually last weekend. And I'm not going to say who runs it and all that crap, because there may be a possibility of me bringing it once just to, hey, come look at the fucking thing. You know, not necessarily plug it in and let people play it. I don't know if I want to go that far with it, because if anything should happen to it. And I'll be honest with you, when it comes to the console itself, it's not even about protecting anything except for the physical console itself. At this point, I don't give a fuck. You know, it is what it is. It's a hunk of fucking plastic. Everyone needs to relax. But the only reason I don't do stuff like that is because, you know, I just don't want to risk it either getting damaged or stolen or dickheads showing up. Because if they showed up in person, I would take them outside. I wouldn't have any problems with that at all. In fact, it wouldn't even cross my mind twice if someone wanted to come and act a fucking fool. You're in my fucking world. You come to my world and you start acting like a douchebag, guess what? You get treated like people in my world treat douchebags. At least back in the day, anyway. So, yeah, I've had people reach out and say, hey, I'll give you X amount. I don't know if the question has been asked what was the highest offer. I am totally down to have Creep buy to play and stream. Absolutely, dude. I gotta make my way out your way sometime. In fact, that'd be a new treat for me, because I've never been out your way, you know? Check this out. All right. A little hole in the tree. We've got to extend this so you can get into the hole. Is there anything in there? No? I don't know. But yeah. What was my highest offer? I don't think I've made it up to the $2,000 mark yet. But I've always loved these things. Again, not for morbid reasons, but just the ornate part of it, you know? I mean, I know it's grim that there are, you know, lives lost in there. That's beautiful. There's a couple over here. There's one that you could go into. Let's see, just a skunk? You know what? It'd be all right. I'd be all right with that. I don't judge. I don't care. Skunks, cats. Well, I hate cats, but I think they're beautiful and they're wonderful creatures, but cats are like spoiled little rotten rich women. Caruso. This one's nice and clean too. Like somebody really cares for this to this day. Beautiful stuff. Now these here, I believe they're just for like tools and stuff. I don't think there's actual crypts in these. And maybe there are. Like this one's walled off. That fucking might be a mummy in there. The Curse of the Melrose Mummy. Okay, this looks like there's an actual crypt in there. Oh yeah. I remember we used to get into this when I was a kid. We would never disrespect it, but we would sit in there and have drinks, smoke a joint, maybe catch a handy. But let's see. It's Castle Grayskull. Guys, I am so excited for the new He-Man movie. I'm fucking so tired of people needing to be fucking critical about stupid shit. He's so small. Shut the fuck up. Can you imagine a CGI nightmare that would be if they tried to make the dude look like the action fucking figure? Now see, this one will open, but we're not going to go in there. You can go in there. Hold on. I'm going to let you go in there. Hopefully I don't lose my phone. But Nice marble walls. This one doesn't really get taken care of. In fact, that right there has been broken since I was a kid. That's literally been there for well over 30 years at least. Let me get you back in here. All right, I put my glove back on. I gotta get those gloves that allow you to touch your screen. These fuckers. I believe that tree is where the big honey hunt. Oh, right on, man. Castle Grayskull. Oh yeah, I forgot this one more. There's one more. This one has a big ornate statue on the top. Looking typical creepy. And then check it out. It's got a nice, I'm not switching the screen again. A nice wooden door. The door. Anyone with the East Coast time, tell me what time it is. I can't see because of the screen. Ooh, I can smell the fireplaces. Love it. I absolutely love it. What is it? Oh, 11:35, 55, 11:05, I don't know, 55. There we go. Got plenty of time. Plenty of time to get home and make the munchies. And then create a necessity for having munchies. Oh, you bet your ass I'm watching this game elevated. I don't want my heart rate to go too high. Oh yeah, I can smell someone's fucking fireplace. It smells so good. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go visit a friend of mine. He's literally on the opposite corner of all of this. A buddy of mine who died 2 Decembers ago. Not this past one, but the one before. His name was Jeff Collins. He was the type of guy, I'm going to be cutting through graves here, who would, if he found something he knew I was into, would he text me? Would he call me? Would he message me on Facebook? Nope. What he would do is he would put it in his pocket and then hope to bump into me. I got Modulock and a Webster, Masters of the Universe figures, from him exactly that way. And then one day I was at the mobile station, which is now a Circle K. And he bumped into me. He's like, "Oh, Carl!" It's my last name. "Bro, I'm so glad I bumped into you. I got 5 of these and one of them's yours." And it was this 3D printed glow in the dark. Oh, what the fuck is it called? The pick from Tenacious D there. Fuck. The Pick of Destiny. All right, what do we got here for a... Well, I'm going to go breakfast pizza at the pub. All right, DJC, man. You have a good day, man. If you guys getting pummeled too, you know, be safe. Stay warm. Hang on to Cow Kitty. Keep him warm. Or her. I don't know what gender your cat is. Don't care. It's a cat. It's a woman to me. That's as real as it gets. But he's like, I have one of these Pick of Destinies for you, bro. He just fucking handed it to me. And then like 6 months later, I get a message from my friend Tammy, who, by the way, is the person whose older brothers had the Intellivision when we were growing up. Under Lock and Key, the one I talk about every time we talk about the Intellivision. And my I guess, history with it. Let's make it chocolate and marshmallow croissants. Yeah. I like those. My blood sugar doesn't, but I do. But he was just a really good dude. He was really big into bumping into celebrities and getting autographs and pictures and all kinds of stuff. There was a podcast he was part of, TC something, TC Reviews or TC Revolution. I don't know. They literally just had a live stream the other day. I don't really watch it because it's a bunch of I mean, they're nice guys, but it's like those weirdos, you know. And he was a weirdo. I'm not gonna lie. My buddy Jeff was a weirdo. His whole family were, but they were like weirdos in the awesome way. Really good fucking people. Literally give you the jacket off their back. And I mean that because one day, one of the brothers had an extra Carhartt. And I was just wearing this whatever around. He's like, dude, let me give you this Carhartt. And it ended up being a jacket I had for many, many, many years. I didn't need it. I had jackets. But him and his family were just like, what the fuck, dude? I'm like, I'm fine. They're like, here's a jacket. I'm like, all right, I'll take the thing. It turned out to be one of the greatest looking jackets I ever had. Let's see. No Way Retro Creep is live. Yes way. You know how I know? Because it's happening right fucking now. It's happening right now. But Jeff was a good dude. Him and I would, back in the high school days, we would bond over, I wouldn't call it obscure horror, but like the stuff that wasn't mainstream, like, you know, the Dawn of the Dead. Primarily, I mean, on my bicep, I have the Dawn of the Dead, you know, the half head coming over the horizon like the sun. We would smoke a bowl, take a couple of tabs, just watch that or Alice Cooper, stuff like that. Concerts. I'm pretty sure we went to a couple of the Ozfests together. All right, what's the best way to... I'm almost at the entrance now. I'll hook this way. But he was such a great guy. This is a great day. Retro Creep is live. Yeah, thank you for... I genuinely appreciate that compliment. Thank you. Please, anyone coming in, I forgot my glasses, so it's hard to see not only the comments, but who's commenting. I am so sorry. I'm not very good at this. You would think after 12 or 13 years I would know better. But I don't. But yeah, he's just one of those fucking... See, I'm getting choked up now. He's just a good dude. He was a good dude. Let's go visit him. We should have done that earlier. Let's go visit him. His little brother would always be like, every time he would bump into me, or when Facebook became a thing, he would message me at least once every couple of weeks. Hey, you remember the time you got into a fight with so-and-so? And you stomped on his face with your boots? But yeah, I remember. I'm not going to say the kid's name, but he had the exact same name as a famous lawyer. There was a movie called Untouchables. I'll let you figure it out from there. I guess I just kind of said the guy's name. But he was just one of those fucking kids. I remember he had a crush on who became my wife. My ex-wife now. And he jumped on her back and started grabbing her tits and shit. And I was like, I ain't gonna let that happen. And that's the day he's talking about. I waited for him at his locker. And he wouldn't engage, so I engaged. And I guess I got so mad that I just started doing crazy shit. To the point where like my friends and the fucking teachers had to hold me down. And I used to have these big Timberland boots. And there were blood stains on it. Because, I mean, I don't know, it's just kind of how I was back in the day. I was such an angry white kid growing up. It didn't help listening to bands like Possessed and Slayer and Creator. Oh my God. You put a few fucking drinks in me back in the day. You put fucking Extreme Aggression by Creator on. And, yeah, it's all over, man. Someone's getting beat down if I find someone I didn't like. God, I was such an asshole when I was a kid. But that was 40 something years ago. 35, 40 years ago. Who fucking cares, right? Boston ordered shelter in place. Yeah. Boston has become kind of a pussy town. We got a series of mayors after the big guy, Menino. We started getting a series of mayors that were caca. Boston has this chick now named Mayor Wu. Seems nice enough, but I don't know. She's typical of the blue state leadership, and I believe between her and our governor, things aren't going the way they probably should. And it's not really left or right. I mean, I guess maybe it is, but I promise you, we're gonna get there. I don't know if you can see the fucking hill. We're gonna get right there. We'll get there though. You know what? I'll cut through here. There's it's not a road, but it's definitely not graves. It's a path to cut through. And that's just what we'll do. Oh, what's up? Let's see, nice fucking models. What's up, buddy? If any of you guys are on TikTok and you want to see some really rad shit, look up Nice Fucking Models. Wicked good dude, wicked talented. He prints models, he 3D prints models, and then details them to the nth degree. And you can definitely tell he stresses over it. He puts all of them into it. And it's fucking wonderful stuff. Mostly horror stuff. In fact, I think that's all I've ever seen you do is horror. I think. Thanks for coming in, Chris. I really appreciate it, man. Jerome, I can't read. Hold on. Anyways, where are you headed? To my friend's grave. Not really headed anywhere. I just wanted to go for a walk in the storm. I was saying earlier that, you know, when I see this weather, I just have this urge to go out in it. I don't know why. Plus, I mean, I could live up there if I was allowed to. I'm that guy. I've always been that guy. I lived in a fucking cave for a couple of weeks until my brother was able to beat out of my friends where I was. And then he woke me up with nice boots to the fucking head. Do you have any idea what you're doing to your fucking mother? Get the fuck out of this cave and get the fuck home, or I'll fucking leave you here. Oh, okay. Geez, let me weigh my options. Become a fucking permanent resident? Literally? Or go home and just experience the wrath of mom? Alright, I'll go home. Of course I went home all bloody. What happened to you? My alarm clock attacked me. We're right against the street now. Oh no, my battery's only at 19%. Fuck, it was full when I came out here. Oh, you know what? It's cold. Alright, well, you know what we'll do? We're almost at my buddy's grave. Hopefully we can get there in time. If not, then the phone will die. Anyone coming in, I apologize. I didn't bring... I can barely see the chat. Never mind who's actually chatting. But... yeah, I guess that's time to go home. Oh, we've been on here almost an hour. Alright, that makes sense. That makes sense. Hopefully it'll last long enough for me to get up here. You guys can help me pay respects to a good buddy of mine. I still don't quite know what happened. I do know he still liked to indulge in uplifting experiences. But I believe it was one of those things where there's a young man right here that used to play hockey with my nephew. Born in 83, died in 02. Fucking heroin. Everyone's mad about cartel boats getting fucking blowed up. If that's you, fuck you. I mean it with all my heart. I got a few buddies in here because of the shit that's on those fucking boats. But that's one of my nephew's friends. He vomited before he died, and the dog chewed his face a little bit. That's how they fucking found him. Young man. Great hockey player. All right. All right, let's flip you around here. There's a school right there. A lovely view for a school. All right, here he is. There's my boy Jeff. I could have sworn there was a picture of his face on it. What the fuck was I thinking? What was I thinking? Oh, I thought there was. I thought there was like a little plaque with his face on it. Maybe it's on the other side? Nope. Let's kneel down and pay our respects. I'm going to say a quick little prayer, guys. Just to myself. Yeah! There we go. There's our boys from Melrose doing their thing. Now, I don't know what it's like in your town, but people like to always pick on the DPW services. And fuck that. You know, they're always too few and too much work to do. But I could have sworn maybe it was a temporary one. Hold on, I gotta put my glove on. I'll put my glove on. All right. But 2004, holy hell. Yeah, it's been 2 years. It's been 2 years, Jeff. Love you, buddy. All right, so I guess this means we're gonna sign out now because I'm gonna my phone's about to die. It's gonna die. I suppose it's a fitting place to do that. But you know, in this row over here, I got childhood, some of them friends. Their parents are in there. But I know too many people in here. Too young, you know? And then about, I think 2 months ago, another one of my childhood friends. We had just spoken about him at the BMX track that we used to hang out at. He suddenly died of a heart attack. Although, much like myself, he didn't really take care of himself, and you could see that. He was overweight. He probably ate like an asshole like I did. That doesn't change the fact that I hate that he's gone. He was a local cop. He was a wonderful dad. Married one of our neighborhood friends. Really nice guy. Oh wow, yeah, it's starting to really come down now. All right, my friends. Once I get to the bottom of this hill, which is right about now, I am going to head home. I'll continue my current course. Fuck, I just twisted my back. God damn it, that hurt. All right, well, we're gonna walk on the grass again. All right, my dudes and possible dudettes. At least I know my lady's in here. She's a dudette. Oh, look at this! I'm not gonna turn the camera around. It's a Homachia pet. Oh, it's all broken. That's all right. I've never fucking seen that before. I wonder if it's fairly new. Regardless, guys, if you're caught up in any of this, stay home unless you're gonna go for a walk. But be careful, stay warm. Hopefully you're prepared for it in case of power outages and stuff. I want to see you guys tomorrow. God damn it. I want to see you guys tomorrow if I get a chance to stream. There's something very special coming tomorrow. Sorry. There's a flag turned over. That's another thing me and my friends used to do as kids. We would come here on our bikes and we would look for little flags knocked over and stick them back up. In fact, I kind of still do that to this day. When I had the scooter, I would do that. But guys, stay safe, stay warm. Don't go out there in your car unless there's an emergency. And even still, let the emergency people take care of that. That's what they're there for. That's what they're trained for. Don't create work for them they don't need. Fuck, like I'm doing right now. And wherever in the world you are, I hope each and every one of you are doing well. I apologize for not being able to really maintain the chat. I didn't bring my glasses. And for that, I apologize, guys. Let's see. How did you come up with the name Retro Creep? I don't know. I just wanted to be, I guess, somewhat generic with it. And I thought to myself, well, what do? I talk about toys. I talk about games. My guitar once in a while. We reminisce about shit from Gen X childhood. And it's all just retro, right? So I figured, why change the name entirely? So I just got rid of the Atari and just put retro. Just so I'm not technically pigeonholed into just gaming or whatever. And it gets Atari off my back. Because every time I try to do something outside of, say, this and any other social media, they fucking destroy it. Because fuck them. I haven't given them enough money in my lifetime. At least the original Atari. But alright, guys, I'm going to wrap all this up. And guys, stay well. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. If not, we'll see you on Tuesday. Got something really special planned. Something that you guys paid for. I got a Google check this week, $120. And I put aside a third of it or so to pick up something for you guys. To say thank you. And as I get those, of course, I do it every time. One time I just spent the whole thing on an Evercade and a handful of games, and then I pretty much gave it away to a buddy of mine. I mean, he gave me money for it, but it was nothing. But all right, guys, my phone's yelling at me. I got to get going. So wherever in the world you are, I hope you're doing well. And until next time, take care. Creeper Real. I was kind of hoping you guys would be with me until I got home, but alas, not the case. And bye-bye.